So, welcome to my episode of Favorites for July. I want to talk a little bit about my favorite appliance, and it is the My Little Steamer by Joy Magnano. Now, Joy, as you know, is a very celebrated person who's done a lot of inventing of different products. She is a specialist in organization, and I have to share that I definitely use her hangers and some of her other products, but this is one of my absolute personal favorites. I hate to iron. I have no time for it. I always find that I need to iron something when I absolutely I'm running out the door, and then I discover that what I want to wear or what just came out of the suitcase needs ironing. So I gave Joy's product, the My Little Steamer, a try. And I wasn't sure. I didn't realize the power of steam. I didn't realize that it could work on most fabrics. I wasn't sure if of what what she was showcasing on HSN actually was real, but I'm here to tell you everything is true. Okay, so this is how I iron now. And occasionally I might have to pull out an iron, don't get me wrong, but by and large, 99% of anything that's wrinkled or needs to be freshened up a little bit, this is the product that I use to do that. So it does have a minimum and a maximum amount that you put in ordinary tap water with. There's no need to buy any kind of distilled water or special product for this. You plug it in, you turn it on, and within seconds, you have a powerful blast of steam that you can direct at a fabric and really start to work with that fabric until those wrinkles really ease and you're able to wear it. Every now and then you get stuck when you're traveling, and I do quite a bit of traveling for work, and you might be wearing something that probably needs to be laundered but not necessarily have the time to do the laundering, or you get caught in an airport and you're there one more day than you thought you needed to be. This is a great way to freshen up any clothes without necessarily laundering them, but certainly freshening them up so you can get one more day's wear out of them. So that's how I started with My Little Steamer. I hate to iron, and this is how I was going to use it, but then I started to discover so many other ways to use it. So it absolutely cleans through city grime on windows. So when I clean my windows in my high-rise condo, I use My Little Steamer. It also is wonderful at really cleaning streak-free mirrors, and I have a lot of mirrors in my home. I also use it to cut through grease on the stove. I don't like to use harsh chemicals, especially in the kitchen where I might be putting food or my family is eating. So this is the way that I might, if I've used, cooked bacon or something else that's splattered or anything whatsoever, then I can pull this out and just literally blast it with some hot steam and then take a paper towel and wipe it up, no chemicals involved, and it is absolutely sanitized because of the heat of the steam. Then after using it in the kitchen, I decided, let me give it a try in the bathroom. So this is really how I can clean all the fixtures in my bathroom, especially the toilet where I want to sanitize and be as germ-free as possible. So, this all of a sudden became an essential item in my closet. So you can freshen up upholstered furniture with this. You can certainly, I have loosened up some stains on a carpet with this. I've actually used it to clean the inside of my oven, and especially it works really, really well on microwave ovens. So again, My Little Steamer by Joy Magnano. You can purchase it on Joy's website. You can purchase it on HSN, or you can, I think I got mine on HSN, but you can also purchase it on Amazon Prime. So now I'd like to share with you my favorite family vacation. Can you guess where I went? If you are going to make the investment in a Disney vacation, I really want to share with you a few things to get the most out of your investment. And I use the word investment from a real place because there's nothing inexpensive about a Disney vacation. And I have a large family, so it was really, the family vacation of a lifetime. But I was able to use a few things and a few helpers to make sure that we maximized exactly everything we wanted to accomplish on that family vacation of a lifetime. Number one, you really must use a Disney planner. Now, my Disney planner is Tanya Jordan, and I will leave the link to her company, which is pixievacations.com, either below this video or I'll put it someplace in the video. But I cannot tell you how the impact of having a Disney vacation planner really works to maximize every dollar that you've invested in this wonderful vacation. So just some of the things. She made advance reservations at some of the restaurants that we wanted to go to. She made reservations at Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo for my 2 little grand goddaughters. She gave us a full itinerary. She gave us the heads up on what to do and what not to do, so that we had a breakfast with the Disney princesses. We had breakfast or dinner with the Disney characters. We happened to be on this once-in-a-lifetime vacation over the 4th of July, and she was able to recommend exactly where we needed to have dinner at the end of the day on the 4th of July, so that we had an unbelievable, clear-cut view of Cinderella's castle, and of course all the fireworks that went on that day. So again, using a Disney planner will cut through a lot of the red tape, because it can be a little bit complicated trying to make sure and coordinate everything, but her services were so invaluable to making such a success out of that vacation. I just cannot overstate it. So that's number 1. Number 2, you don't have to stay at the most expensive hotel. We stayed at a moderately priced resort hotel, and we stayed at the Disney Port Orleans Resort Riverside. Now there's a couple of them, but we were outside of the main grounds, so that you have to use transportation to get back to the park. So that's going to be a combination of monorails and buses. Now, full disclosure, I was less than impressed with the bus service at Disney, but there's a reason why it didn't impact us too much, because we rarely used it. We actually hired vans, and you have concierges right on site that will either call you a cab, and you're looking at a $5 cab ride. You're not looking at a ton of money to get from any of the outer resorts right to where all the action is. So that was one thing. Again, save your money for some of the other things, and some of the other things I'm about to share with you, which is you really want to make an investment in the VIP tour guide service. Now, again, it is an investment. This is not inexpensive to do by any means. However, one of the things that I realized that we accomplished by using the VIP tour guide service was that we had 4 days at the Disney resorts, okay, at the Disneylands and all the different parks. One day we went to Universal. But in those 4 days, we packed in what most people would see in 2 weeks. And that's because we did not stand on any lines. And if we did stand on a line for whatever reason, it was short-lived, very short-lived. So that standing in the hot sun wasn't an issue for us. That was very, very important to me. Not because of course we went in July, and you can imagine Orlando in July. But let me just talk a little bit more about these guides. Number 1, the guides are extremely friendly and they're very knowledgeable. They know ins and outs and have really wonderfully entertaining stories about the park. Many of these people have been lifelong Disney people, and they come from Disney families, meaning people who have made a career at Disney, and now they are the children of those Disney retirees. Second, you get door-to-door service. So when you're on a VIP tour, the VIP people will come and pick you up, and in our case it took 2 vans to load us up, and they take us through the back doors, so you're literally seeing the behind-the-scenes area of Disney, and you're not necessarily going through the front door, but you're going through the back door, and then of course you have to go through the security system. But it's just a real way, again, not to be standing on any massive lines in order to get into any of the parks. The tour can be customized. They will sit and ask you, what's the most important thing that you want? So for my little 2 grand goddaughters, Frozen was a big thing. And here's where I decided this was one of the best investments I ever made, because the Frozen exhibit had just really opened up, so you could only imagine the lines. That morning we had breakfast with the Disney princesses, and then the tour guides took us over to the Frozen ride, and we went to see Frozen, and then my little Lily looked up at me and she said, "That was the most amazing thing ever." And I looked at the tour guide, and the tour guide said to Lily, "Well then let's go again." and we went right back on that ride. Now, you and I both know to get on that ride once would have taken a good 90 minutes, if not longer, standing on that line in that July sun. Not when you have a tour guide and you're doing the VIP tours. We went on the ride, and then we went on the ride again, and then we were off to the next feature. When I tell you that yes, it is expensive, but you get every dollar's worth of your investment, maximizing your time and your fun, and to be able to take a child on the Frozen ride not once but twice, you know, and the way the kids look at you, that you've got the ability and the magic to be able to do that is just valuable. So what else? They also, when you're using the VIP tour guide, they also put you on the front line in the sense of if there is a show, like we went to the Lion King show, I think it was called the Circle of Life show. We were sitting in the front, and then the VIP tour guides give the actors a little bit of a heads up. So the girls were in the parade, and you know, it just maximizes everything when you know you're getting that kind of value, so that when we talk about a once in a lifetime vacation, indeed it was once in a lifetime, and we maximized every minute of it. So there is special seating that they can offer you as well. Again, you know, the ins and outs and the quick ways to get through the park so that you're spending as much time doing the things that you've dreamed about or enjoyed is indeed maximized. So absolutely have your Disney vacation of a lifetime, but to get the most out of that investment, use a Disney planner and use the VIP tour guide service. And enjoy. Have a magical day.